All are welcome. Each one's celebrated.
Absolutely.
Right, Selah? Come on up, you two. Even Selah has been chomping at the bit to get the show started for the last 20 minutes.
She's heard the music. She's ready to go.
She heard it twice. I played it before we came on air because I was fixing something, and old Selah, she always makes the beginning of the show exciting. She's been whining at me for the last 15 minutes.
Yes.
Because she's excited about the show.
Absolutely.
And I have an observation to make. This is going to be a great show.
I have a confession.
Mm-hmm.
People think I know what the questions are going to be before the show happens, but
right.
I don't.
Well, that's because you do amazingly well on the answers.
Okay, well, we'll see.
That's why everybody thinks you're cheating, including me.
I'm not cheating. There's no way for me to cheat. Trust me, I would try if there was a way. But.
Okay.
So tonight we're going to do...
careful everyday observations.
This, because it worries me. Careful everyday observations.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how...
You know how like you go up to somebody at a party and they tell you your name, and then like 10 seconds later you're like,
what was their
I wonder
name?
what they said their name was. Or you forget something, or they're just the little things like, which side of the washer and dryer is the button to turn it on? It's things like that you just.
Well, even on your car, they have to put a little something in there to show you where you pump the gas. Like there's a little cheater on your dashboard,
right? Because it's hard to remember.
That's right.
That's because they keep switching it on different cars.
Right.
But the point that's what we're going to do. We're going to do everyday observations. We got 22 of them, okay. And these are just things that you come across every day that you should probably know. Couple of things I threw in like extra hard questions. That lots of the sites that do this kind of thing say that people get less than half of them right. I made this particularly hard, so I'll be surprised if you get very many right at all. But maybe half.
We're going to try.
Maybe half. Yep.
So we've got a good crew out there.
Yeah.
So we know we're going to do this.
Yeah, and everybody sort of helps each other along the way. So, So for example, we all know the yellow light is in the middle of a traffic signal, right?
Right.
But is the green light typically on the top or the bottom? And this is an example question, and that's this is exactly the kind of thing we're talking about, because you know it, or at least you think you know it. But then when you stop and think about it, you go, wait a second. Do I know it for sure? I know the yellow one's in the middle.
The yellow one in the middle, we know.
So where is the green light? Is it typically above the yellow light, or is it below the yellow light?
I think it's, I'm going to say below the yellow light. It's on the bottom.
Yeah, that's where it is. It's on the bottom. See, right there.
Okay. I feel
that's on the bottom.
Okay, I got one.
That's the standard light setup. All right. Sometimes they're sideways.
Can we stop now?
Sometimes they're sideways.
Well, I want to go. Now I'm on a roll.
Let's roll on to the next one. Okay. All right. So here's the next question. We all know that George Washington is on the $1 bill. I have a $1 bill in my wallet right now.
Okay.
In fact, I use it to reference this question. But on the front of the bill, what words are printed at the very top? There's a lot of different words printed on it. At the very top line, what words does it say on the $1 bill? That's the question. You know the answer to that one? It says something. What are some things that do you know some things that the dollar bill says?
I think it says, does it say "In God We Trust"?
It does. It still does. Yeah.
E pluribus unum.
I think it says that too. It also says Washington on it somewhere.
Something about a snake.
It also says the number 1 somewhere.
Yeah, in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what's the highest thing on the $1 bill? That's the question.
David's saying, "In God We Trust."
In God we trust. Is that what he thinks?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, David, by the way. Glad to see you on YouTube. Always nice to see you on YouTube. It's a relief when I see that YouTube one popping up. And I know that. Let's look at it. Okay. The
Joel
answer
says it says $1.
The answer is Federal Reserve. It says Federal Reserve note at the very top of the $1 bill. See it there?
I did not remember that.
Just so you know, in case you didn't know, that it was a Federal Reserve note.
The United States of America. Oh my goodness.
Next one. Traditionally, which side has the buttons on women's clothing?
Which side has the buttons?
on women's clothing? Left or right? Left or right? So when you button something, right? You button it up.
Yeah. Buttons are on the left.
The buttons are on the left?
I think.
And so that make the
holes
on the
are
right.
on the right. Is that backwards? Let's see.
Is that how it is?
I wish I had a. Kathy says left as they. Everyone's saying left. Kathy says left.
Okay.
Joel says left.
I'm going to teach you in a way that you will never forget, but everybody already knows. It is. It's the left.
Okay. Good. Well, we got it.
It's the left side. Yeah. Traditionally, it's on the left, but for men, it's on the right side. That's all there is. I'm all done. All there is. Do you know why that is?
I have no idea.
Because when buttons were invented, buttons were expensive, right? And who could afford them?
Well, I guess rich people.
Yeah, very rich people. And these very rich people, way back when buttons were invented, this wasn't like in the last 50 years or 100 years. This is a long time ago. People dressed those women.
Oh, okay.
And so buttons are designed for the right-handed. Ladies' buttons are designed for the right-handed dresser, and men's are for the right-handed. Here's how. I'm not just making that up. And here's,
how do I know?
Here's a little bit of a proof. If you look at jeans, right, it's not as often true on jeans because jeans are a later invention of the commoner. And they've started to go now. All clothes have started to go away from it because we're buying unisex clothes now and all that sort of thing. But anyway, just so now you'll know that buttons are designed for right-handed manipulation, and women are at a disadvantage.
But we understand.
You need somebody to dress you.
We're very adaptive. I don't think so. We just do fine on our own. Okay, but that's good.
Next question. Here's something you see every day. Amazon has an arrow in the shape of a smile in its logo. Which letter does the arrow point?
I actually think I know this one.
Does Amazon? Can you picture the smile?
I should be able to picture the smile because I get a box from Amazon on a routine basis, unfortunately, or fortunately for Amazon.
Is it to the left or to the right?
To the left or to the right?
Which way does the arrow point?
Points to the right.
And what letter does it?
It points to the. Joel's saying A, but I think it points to the Z. Because and David says A to Z. That makes sense.
So he's saying it starts at the A and goes to the Z.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
I never thought about the point of it going from A to Z.
They have everything. Everything from A to Z.
Yeah.
Amazon. There you go. How about that? Huh? You learn so it points at the Z. Now you know. You see it every day, but sometimes you don't have.
Lots of people got that. Lots of people did not. Okay.
Here's one. There's a lot of questions. This one's about the flag. There's a lot of questions about the flag. Everybody knows the United States flag in the United States, right? We should be up on that. The flag of the United States of America has 13 stripes. You know that. 50 stars. Right. How many stars are in the first row of stars on the flag?
We should know this.
Well, think about it. It shouldn't be too tough to noodle through. I mean, you've seen the flag quite a few times. Haven't you ever stopped and thought, "Oh, look at all those stars"?
I wonder how many are in the first row.
I wonder there are 50. How did they get 50 on that little blue patch? One of the questions you hear a lot is, "What's the highest stripe? What color is the highest stripe?"
Red.
Yeah, and it's also the lowest one because there's 13, so there's an odd number, so it starts and ends with red.
I know.
But this one's a little bit harder.
Yeah, it is a lot harder.
How many stars? How many stars? How are the stars configured on them? Like you pledged allegiance to it every day. What were you doing while you were pledging allegiance?
I wasn't counting the row.
You must have been looking at
David said he's going to say 8. And Kathy's saying 13.
Something that's hard to know, isn't it?
Yeah. How many is? I don't know. I really don't have a clue.
Well, it turns out that there are 6.
Six.
There are 6 in the first row, and then 5 in the next row, and then 6, and then 5, and then 6, and then 5, and then 6, and then 5, and then 6. And that adds up to 50. I might have skipped.
Wow.
I might have skipped 2.
I'm going to remember this
there's
now
6
forever.
stars in the first row.
In case anybody
How many
ever
times have you
asks
looked
me
at a
that.
flag?
I've looked at the flag many times,
Yeah.
but I've never counted the stars in the top row.
Now you will. I counted them on the way home. I was at the doctor. I was at the doctor's with my mother, and I was coming home, and I was looking at flags because I was looking for questions.
Right. Well, Kathy's going back to the original flag.
Yeah, 13 original would make sense, but on the 50, you have to get 50 stars on
right.
there. And so I thought, well, there must be 10. There must be 5 rows of 10. Is what I was thinking. Yeah. And then I was thinking, well, how would they do it?
Because they're offset.
Then could it be 10 rows of 5? That doesn't seem right either. But anyway, it's weird. It's 6.
6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay.
I'm not sure there's a particular reason. At least I don't know of a reason. Okay, here's the next one.
Oh, my goodness.
What is the name of the white end of your fingernails? This is one of those sort of bonus cow questions that nobody really knows the answer to.
Yeah, it's your nail tip.
And I just put it in there. I just put it in there because it's one of those fun things. It does have a name, that white part at the end of your nail.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not called your nail. What's it called? What did you say?
Nail tip.
Nail tip. As opposed to the cuticle. Which, why didn't they call it the nail root? Or the nail beginning?
I don't know.
If cuticle has a word for it, there must be one for the other one, right?
Yeah. What is it?
Does anybody know? Nobody's going to know.
Nobody's
so we're
typing
just
up.
We're just going to jump right through. It's called a lunule. Looks like a moon. Lunule.
Of course, I was going to say lunule, but I didn't want to just sound like I was know-it-all.
This is one of the things I like to do in this show. Teach everybody something that they can go to the water cooler tomorrow, or they're when one of their friends comes over, or they talk to their mother on the phone or whoever. You can say, "Do you know what the white thing is? It's called a lunule."
But my lunule keeps cracking.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the ones that are possible to answer.
Kathy knew that one, by the way.
Really? How about that?
Okay.
Google has a well-known logo that many people see multiple times a day. How many colors are on the classic Google word logo? The Google word logo. You know, it says Google.
Right. And it's...
What do you think?
I think there's 4.
4?
Is there 5?
Google. No, I'm not talking you out of it. There's 6 letters in Google. 4 colors.
I think there's 4 colors.
What would your guess be as a color?
Yellow, red, blue, and green.
Yeah. Good guessing.
And I'm wrong. I can tell by the way you're saying. Kathy's saying 5.
Because there are 4. There are indeed 4.
Right.
In fact, there's a good reason for it.
Why is it?
It's blue, red, and yellow, which are the basic colors.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, red, and yellow. And then that green L is designed to say, but we're not going to just stay standard always. We're going to do some things that are out of the box kind of thing.
Oh.
Not just your standard red, blue, and yellow, not the basic colors, but also a little bit of green.
Well, I feel vindicated.
But I find it odd when I thought about it. Why are there 2 blue letters? It bothers me now. There's 2 blue letters, 2 red letters, and then a yellow one and a green one. Why? I don't like that.
David said, I think red was twice.
You were right.
Got it, yeah.
Red was twice, blue was twice.
Okay.
That's the Google logo and the reason behind it.
Okay. I've really.
You got it right.
Stop now? Because I think okay. Okay. Now
This is why everybody thinks you're cheating.
I'm hot.
It just so happened you were looking at me when I was answering that, when I was writing that particular question.
Are you?
Okay, here's the next one.
We're going to have a fight about this on air.
Here's the next one. Do books have the even numbered pages on the left-hand side or the right-hand side? When you look at a book, you look at books every time, and they have there's a standard numbering approach to letters. So is the even number on the left or is the even number on the right?
Oh, my.
True in magazines. It's true in books. It's
Kathy's
like
saying right.
if you look up like how to number something, like officially in the whatever the Funkin' Wagner Funkin' Wagnall writing. What do you call that writing book? There's a writing book. I should know because it's college. It's exactly how to do end notes and all that kind of stuff. That book, it'll tell you. It'll tell you that even number pages should always be.
We have two lefts and one right.
Left and right, a little bit of disagreement.
Yeah.
Let's look at it for a second. The answer is even on the left-hand side. See that? There's the Wikipedia picture with the number 978. Page 978 is on the left. What do you think about that one? Did you know that it was on the?
Yeah, Kathy said not all of the answers come up onto my screen. So she did. I can see on my computer that she did change her answer to left before we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, page 1 is on. It makes sense. The cover doesn't count.
Right.
But if you're looking at a magazine, you'd think like the cover would be the first page, and the second page would be on the left. Right? Yeah. So anyway, it's on the left. Always on the left.
Always on the left. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Good logic. Let's move on to question number 8. Question number 8.
Okay.
Where is question number 8?
I don't know.
There we go.
Oh, this is a good one.
You want to do this one?
Yeah. I love the 7 dwarfs. I do. Sleepy, happy, sneezy, grumpy, dopey, and doc.
Yeah.
Who's missing? Sleepy, happy, sneezy, grumpy, dopey, and doc. There's only 6. What's the 7th one?
Yeah. Who's missing?
I don't know. I think I got it.
Really? Do you know them in order?
No.
Do you know them in alphabetical order?
No. We talked about these was it last time?
I don't think it was on the show. I think it was on the show prep. We talked about
you asked me about it because Dopey was missing, and I always remembered to have Dopey has to be in there because it was a family joke about Dopey. So, but I think I know. Tom says me. He's missing. Hi, Tom.
Hello, Tom. Good evening to you.
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you know what the?
I do.
Okay. Why don't you tell everybody?
I think it's Bashful.
Bashful. Did you see Bashful on that list?
Not on that list.
No, Bashful's not on the list. So of course it has to be Bashful.
I knew it.
Bashful was the 7th.
Well, at least I know my 7 dwarfs. I may not know how many stars are in the first row of the flag, but I know my 7 dwarfs.
All right, next question.
Okay.
What logo that you've probably seen recently is made up of these colors? What common logo is made up of these colors?
That one I think I know too.
Do you? You're on a roll.
Well, yeah, I've been looking at that logo a lot lately.
There's actually a whole page of just colors, and you're supposed to guess the logo from the colors. Very hard. Very hard.
Where did you find that?
It's out
somewhere
there.
On the computer, somewhere on the internet.
It's out there.
Well,
that's where I picked up this color palette from that website.
Is it one we've all seen a lot lately?
Mm-hmm.
Is it one?
That's what I said, that you've probably seen recently. That's what the question says. It says it right there. See?
David says NASCAR.
See the question? It looks like NASCAR, doesn't
it? Joel says Windows.
Windows. Good one.
Tom says ABC Network.
ABC. Oh, yeah, that's no, I think he means NBC, doesn't he? The Peacock?
I don't know.
Maybe he means ABC.
Kathy says Windows. I think it's
Yeah, what do you think it is?
Olympic.
That's what it is. It's the Olympic. Those are the Olympic colors. Blue, yellow, black, green, and red.
Yay.
We talked about it on a show.
We did. That might be why it's still in my head.
Yeah. So, those are the Olympic colors.
Yeah.
All right, here's one for you mechanics. How many lug nuts are on a standard car wheel?
Oh, my.
Okay, so let's say, Nathan went to college today. His roommate has a car, and his roommate had a flat tire on the way.
Oh, no.
So he had to change the tire. He got out his crowbar, and he loosened how many lug nuts? One thing that we can be sure of, he loosened some.
6. Let's see.
It's
to
on your
close my
car. But
eyes
sometimes
and
it's hidden
pretend.
behind. They used to hide them a lot more behind hubcaps. Now they're you can see them a lot more.
Tom's saying 5.
5,
Yeah.
5 or 6.
And Joel's saying
Yeah,
6.
4, 5, 6. What's the difference?
What?
I mean,
They're all hard to get off. Let's face it. When you have to change a tire, you're hoping it's 4.
how about 3? Oh, I know 3.
3 would be good. Oh,
I've seen cars that only had 1. Speaking of NASCAR.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems dangerous.
One big lug nut.
There's several people saying 6.
Right.
Several saying 5.
Let's take a look at the answer. It's probably 5 or 6, right? Don't you think? But it is 5. There are 5 on the common. It's an odd number so that it's balanced, so that if it were evenly distributed, they would rattle off more easily.
Tom works on cars. I should have gone with his. I should have known that he would know that for sure.
That he was going to have that one.
So, yes.
Yeah. So that's good. So there's 5 of them.
Kathy got 5 too.
Tom did indeed. Yeah. All the car people would know that, and you should have.
No.
Okay. Here's another impossible one. One that no one knows. What does IKEA stand for? Have you ever been to IKEA?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you been to IKEA? Yeah. Well, so when you went in, didn't you think, wonder what IKEA means or what IKEA stands for?
No, I thought Mr. IKEA owned the store.
I'm telling you, it stands for something. It's capital I, capital K, capital E, capital A. It's not capital I, small k, small e, small a.
Thank you for pointing that out.
So it's all capital, so it stands for something. What does it stand for? That you'll never get. We're not going to take too much time.
Okay.
You ready for the answer?
Ready for the answer.
What it stands for is the founder, Ingvar Kamprad, and the farm where he grew up.
Oh, no.
Elmtrad, and his hometown, Agnard.
Right. We all would know that one.
That's where it came from. It's the amalgamation of the founder's name, the farm where he grew up, you figure that one out, and his hometown. I just thought that was a fun little fact.
That's just the most important part is missing, so I don't know. Maybe it was IKEA. Anyway.
All right, here we go.
Ingvar Kamprad Elmtrad. I won't remember that. It's just a bunch of abbreviations. Okay.
All right, here we go. For those in Canada, you have a different question than for those of us outside of Canada. Okay. Question for those not living in Canada: what colors make up the Canadian flag? Question for Canadians, and a bonus question for everyone else: how many stars are on the European Union flag?
Oh my. European Union.
Mm-hmm. So question 1, what colors make up the Canadian flag? Because, sometimes Americans aren't totally observant. And so that's the point we're trying to make here. Is that not all Americans even know how many stars there are on the top row of their own flag, let alone what color.
David says the Canadian flag is red and white. And so does Joel, and so do I.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course. The Canadian flag is red and white. It's a maple leaf with red in between 2 bars. And the European Union flag has 12 stars. Do you know why it has 12 stars?
Why does it have?
Because 12 represents nothing. And there isn't any significance to the number 12. And if they were going to pick a number, that was going to cause conflict. And so they
keep everybody happy.
So they just picked 12. It's a unifying number. That's why they picked 12.
Some mom came up with that.
It's a number that unifies.
We're not going to fight over it. It's 12, and that's it.
We're not going to pick 7. We're not going to pick something that's on somebody else's flag. We're just going to pick 12. Nobody likes 12. We're going with that.
We're not fighting over it. It is what it is. Okay.
I'm glad most people knew the Canadian flag, but not everybody. Sometimes things are a little bit hard. Okay, here's another. You use Q-tips all the time, right? What does the Q in Q-tip stand for? What does the Q? I mean,
everybody knows
they're called
Q-tips
because that's a brand name,
right?
So what does Q-tip mean? Why do they call it a Q-tip?
I'm scrambling for this one
because it's shaped like a Q, of course, right?
It is.
Well, it's a circle with a little thing coming out of it.
David said the Q stands for cleaning. How about quality?
That's what it stands for. Q in Q-tip stands for quality.
Kathy, we had.
Yep, nicely done. It's the high quality Q-tip, which is, if you think about it, that's how you view Q-tips.
It's premier.
Yeah, you don't buy like the off the shelf ones. You're a little worried that maybe they're going to break off in your ear, or maybe the cotton swab's going to come off, or what? No,
the
Q-tip. You can count on. These are Q-tips.
Yeah,
that's what it stands for.
Okay, well, we had people knew this.
Okay, question number 14. Number 14. In which hand is the Statue of Liberty's torch? Another American trivia thing. In which hand is the statue, Lady Liberty? Is Lady Liberty holding it like this, or is she holding it like this, or maybe she's holding both?
She's not holding both.
maybe it's heavy and she's holding it like this. In which hand is the Statue of Liberty's torch?
I'm trying to see her in my...
I'm sorry for dominating. I keep reading the questions. I should let you read.
You should let me.
Which one? Lady Liberty. Picture Lady Liberty. Have you ever seen
I'm going to say right hand. Liberty? We have 3 people saying right. David, Joel, Tom, all say right hand, and I'm saying right.
You're going to go out on a limb and just go with the crowd.
Go with the crowd. No, I think it's right.
Which way did Tom Booth go? You're not going against him.
He said right hand. I'm not going against Tom. He knows these things.
It's the right hand. It's the right hand. When you're facing her, it's on your left, but it's her right hand.
Okay. See?
So you almost could have taken any answer.
So impossible. We're getting them.
What's that? You getting some of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. All right, let's move on to number 15. Okay? Question number 15. I'll give you this one.
Yeah, I think I should be able to read one. Question number 15. On the U.S. currency Lincoln penny, the Lincoln penny, which way does Abraham Lincoln face?
There's more than one type of penny.
Right. There's the wheat penny and all that. Okay, see, you interrupted me. On the U.S. currency Lincoln penny, which way does Abraham Lincoln face? Left, right, straight on?
Left, right, or straight on?
Yeah.
It is one of those 3, I promise you. Is Lincoln, so is Lincoln, is Lincoln thinking this way?
Oh, no, he's doing it because of Lincoln, I've been thinking.
Where is he?
Okay, he's facing left. Wait a minute.
Facing left.
I think he's facing left. Joel says Lincoln faces to the right as we look at the penny. Everybody else is saying left.
Mm-hmm. So everybody, you need to clarify which way.
When you're looking at the penny,
right?
Is Lincoln looking to the
left?
Left? Or is he to the right?
Yeah. What's the answer?
I say left.
Right. And
everybody else
David
says right. Everybody else, that would be Lincoln's left. Everybody's saying left, I guess.
But you say right.
No, I said left. No, I said right first. I did.
Okay. I'm confused. I don't even know what everybody's
I said
answer.
Right. Everybody else is saying left.
But you want to switch because of everybody else.
I do want to, but I don't want to. Tom Booth is saying left. he faces
right. His left. You're right.
You were trying to get me to change my answer, and but I knew it was he was looking that way. Okay.
Everybody's gonna now that we've mixed up left and right. He's gonna, because we said that it was Lady Liberty's right in the last question. Everybody's gonna say he's facing his left.
Yeah,
which is true. It's his left. You're right. Facing right.
So we're all right.
Yeah, whatever. You just claim. Just
check it off as we got it.
Just claim whatever answer you want. All right, what one are we on?
I don't know. We're on
number 16. You want to read this one?
Sure.
Okay, here's number 6.
On a standard touch phone, is the star button on the left or the right of the 0?
Yeah, on to the left for some reason. But I meant
I meant it was on the left. I've worked with you long enough. I know when you make goofs. On a standard touch phone, is the star button on the left or the right of the 0?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a star or a pound key, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's on the left. Tom says left.
On the buttons left or on your?
I'm looking down at my phone, and I think
that's the thing.
The star is on the left. Yeah. Which is Kathy says his left. I don't know.
It is. It's on the left.
Okay. Yeah.
It's to the left of the 0.
You know, I did that by process of elimination because
how's
I
that?
rarely use the star
But
button
you use
for
the
anything,
pound
but I
button.
use the pound button a lot. So
that's actually why the question was asked the way it was. Okay. What are the name of the string? What is this question? Oh. What are the name of the stringy things that occur when you peel a banana? What is the name? What do you call? Is what this should say. What do you call the stringy things that occur when you peel a banana?
That you're not sure whether you should eat them or not, but you don't want to make a big deal of it, so you go ahead and eat them anyway, and you're still wondering if you're like what it is.
So in the future, you can say what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Instead of just say, should I eat the stringy thing?
It's part of the peel. It's the
so you think it's the peel?
Is
that what you're going with?
No, I'm going to say it's the peel. It's the epidermis. It's the dermis. It's the dermis string.
Okay.
I'm trying to make up a word because I know it's not just the stringy thing. It's a real word. Tom says it's gross. Whatever.
Another one of those. Nobody's going to actually know the answer.
Oh.
It's called a phloem.
See, I knew it was going to be something like phlegm.
Phloem. That's why it's worth knowing, because it sounds gross. It's the right name. Somebody named it the right thing. It's called the phloem of the banana.
But is it okay to eat phloem?
Yeah, of course you can eat the phloem.
Gross. Okay. Oh, it's just too close to phlegm. I don't know if I'll ever be able to eat phlegm. So
there's another one of those words, phloem.
Okay.
You can remember the word phloem. Let's move on
as quickly as we can. Please do. Let's get off of phloem. Okay.
Which two keys on a don't look. Which two keys on a QWERTY keyboard have raised dots on them? There are two keys on your keyboard, the one that you use, that have dots on them. What are the two? You have to figure it out. You don't know.
F and J.
Yeah, I can see I can see your lunules.
Watch out, my phloem. I left my banana back there. I was just thinking that because they're raised dots, so you get your hand on the right key.
That's what they're for, to place your hands.
So is it F and J?
Is it the F and the J, or is it the next one over? Which is
Tom says FH. I think it's. I'm trying to touch my keyboard. Can I touch my keyboard?
No, that's just cheating.
Okay, well then I'm going to.
These are everyday things you're supposed to know.
We have David says F and J.
Yeah, it's the F.
Yeah. Okay, we got it.
The F and the J. They've got little dots.
They have little bars.
I've illustrated.
There you go.
Okay. F and J. Next question.
We do see those.
We do. Yeah, that's the idea of this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's things that you see every day. You don't always.
I was disagreeing with how observant we aren't sometimes, that we do see things every day.
Well, that's sort of the idea of the game.
Yep. Okay.
Like pennies, you see pennies and dollar bills, and
I don't see pennies and dollar bills so much anymore. People whip out their debit card. They don't. I might be one of the few people that carries cash.
Everybody has.
And a penny.
Does a merry-go-round turn clockwise or counterclockwise? Which way does it turn?
Oh, I think I know.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Look, I'm telling you, people are popping up counterclockwise. Everybody says counterclockwise.
Everybody knows this one.
I guess so. You have 3 counterclockwise.
Isn't that interesting, though? Why do merry-go-rounds all go counterclockwise? So I'm going to create a merry-go-round that goes the other way around. I'm sure there's actually a good reason.
Why would you do that? Because the people that are standing and watching it are waiting. They want to see the faces of the people that are coming by.
You couldn't see them if they're coming the other I think the problem with creating a clockwise merry-go-round is somebody would get killed. Like they would try to step onto it. They're going the wrong way. So you can't do it now. But
hi, Susan.
I'm gonna create that in the most dangerous merry-go-round in the world.
And make it go clockwise.
Yeah, isn't that a great idea? You could advertise it as the most
scary
dangerous
ride.
Yeah.
It's like going on the tilt-a-whirl, only even more dangerous. Okay.
Yeah, it goes counterclockwise.
Joel says most of us are right-handed and have a propensity to turn to the left easier.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't know if that's right, but that sounds very
sounds
clever.
Good, Joel. There probably is a reason, and I didn't happen to look that one up, so I don't really know what the reason behind that one is. How many curves are there in a standard paperclip?
Curves in a paperclip.
Yeah, a paperclip is a piece of metal, and if you're gonna fashion it into a paperclip, you have to bend it. How many times do you have to bend it to make a standard paperclip?
3. Susan says you're sadistic.
Yep.
I think it's 3. She says Susan agrees with me. 3. David says 3. We've got 3s. Yeah, Tom says 4, but
it's 3. It's 3. The standard paperclip has 3 curves in it. Yep.
Okay.
2 to hold the paper and 1 to go around the bend so that you're actually holding the paper.
Okay.
All right, next. And next to last, actually.
Oh.
I thought this was a fun question. Does a standard pencil have 6 or 8 sides? Standard number 2 pencil, how many sides does it have? You use it every day. I have one sitting right there.
I think it has 6.
I have one sitting right over
8.
there.
Wait.
6 or 8.
I twirled a pencil
I'll tell you a
in
funny
my
thing.
hand.
If you look up pictures of pencils, sometimes they're wrong. Like drawings of pencils and things like that, sometimes they're wrong. So be careful.
You could just have a round one.
Because I had to look up pencils for this. No, yeah, but we're talking about the standard pencil. I did go look up a picture, and a couple of the pictures were not correct.
Huh. Well, the majority is saying 6. Kurt says, what do you mean curves 5 sides? I don't know. But okay.
Curves to a paperclip.
Oh, okay. We're just talking the actual curve on the clip.
Yeah, how many curves, how many bends do you have to? You have to have a machine, and you have to bend it 3 times to make a paperclip.
Kathy's being ornery. She said 7, but we think
7.
But she went back and said 6.
Good one. So halfway between 6 and 6 and 8.
Uh-oh.
Did you lose the show?
I'm going to get it back.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move forward while you get it back.
Please do.
The answer is there are 6. See that?
Aha.
See that pencil right there? You can see.
I do. 6.
That's exactly what it looks like. If you had more, it would not be a standard pencil. It would be an abnormal. It's possible, of course, to have a pencil with a different number of sides on it. But
the standard number 2
pencil, if you go by that.
6 sides. Okay.
There's names of a whole bunch of things on pencils, too, but I didn't go after that.
Eraser,
yeah,
lead.
But what's the little piece of metal called that holds the eraser on?
An eraser holder?
Yeah, well, that's for another show.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is the last question.
Oh.
The last question is, what clothing changes occurred during this show? What clothing changes occurred during this show?
I wonder how observant people really are.
So pretty. You will be amazed.
Will they?
Yeah.
You will be amazed at the number of clothing changes that happen.
We thought maybe that people would catch it and start to point it out, and that would be.
Yeah, but nobody did.
But it looks like maybe nobody caught it.
Tom says no clue. Kurt says a T-shirt. It's definitely all different.
All right. Well, you can scroll in this show. So even as the show changes, I changed my clothes. In fact, I started wearing this. This was the show I began in red.
You dressed in layers tonight.
I wore red for the first part.
Good thing you didn't have heat stroke.
And then after question 8,
where I got
While
to read.
Ida was reading, I switched to a gray shirt. And so I wore a gray shirt.
Yes.
Until Ida read again, and I switched to a blue shirt.
Like, what?
that was our fun in seeing how observant you all. So you can roll it back, and you'll see.
Yep.
Question 8 and what was the other one? Question 15.
15.
So I changed it. Question 8. Before question 8, I was wearing one color. After question 8, I was wearing another one.
And
Same
then
thing
at
with
20,
15.
15, you change it again.
So that was fun. In fact, here's some pictures just to prove it for you. I started in red and then switched to gray and then moved into blue.
Oh.
There's some pretty cool videos of that where they do stuff and they're changing things during the video. So you can look that up on YouTube. There's some fun ones.
Because you're hilarious.
Yeah, well, it's a show about observation.
That's right.
I wore 3 different shirts. That's
Good
our
job.
Fun. Let's keep going with the show, shall we?
Yeah.
What's next, Ida?
Let's do the saying of the week.
Okay.
The reason I chose this saying of the week is because on our holidays, tomorrow, the 20th, is World Mosquito Day.
Okay. Of course.
I have a reason for everything.
Of course, it's World Mosquito.
So this week's saying is, if you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito.
Oh, goodness.
Have you ever been stuck in a room where there's a mosquito just dive bombing you all night long and you feel like you're trying to, you hear it buzzing and you can't slap at it and you still don't get it. So anyway, mosquitoes are tiny, but they can make a difference in your life. So if you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And that's the Dalai Lama.
If you ever have, you know, the Dalai Lama said that?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Listen, it's not just anybody who said that. Because the Dalai Lama, I'm sure, has slept with a mosquito or two.
No doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt. Very good. All right.
It was hard. Let me tell you, coming up with a saying for World Mosquito Day.
You made up. It's not really World.
It is.
You made that up.
No, the 20th is World Mosquito Day. I'm telling you.
All right.
Not just not Illinois, not Pennsylvania, not the United States. World Mosquito Day. I'm sure we all have a celebration locally. But
pretty good.
Okay.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, you can introduce this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my cousin's wife, my cousin Terry, his wife Carol Aussie, and she is so much fun. She has been such a blessing in our family to put up with her husband like she does, who's always joking and always teasing. So, Carol, this one's for you. It's Carol's birthday too today.
So she heard that we were doing a show on observation. So she sent us a joke about observations.
I see. Yeah. She is so good to supply us with these jokes like she does.
So she says, apparently people are 44% less observant than 10 years ago.
Apparently.
I saw that somewhere.
She even thinks that's funny. Oh, good job. Oh, that's not so funny. But
it's really well delivered. It's true, I think, actually. That we're not as observant.
We aren't.
There's a lot more going on, I think, is part of it.
I think that's part of it.
Let's settle into some questions, comments, shout outs. What do you have going on in your world? What could we shout out? What could we talk about?
We have a couple birthdays. As I said,
I'm gonna throw up some news too.
Carol Aussie's birthday is the 22nd.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Jonathan Nisbet on the 20th and Mary Jo Tosh on the 21st. It's not
nice.
A big month for birthdays, so yeah, that's what I've got.
No, I think October is the big month for birthdays. Yeah. Remember?
It's a big
been
month.
A trivia question.
Yes. How could I forget if it's been a trivia question? I remember not all of it.
Something like October 8th, I think, is the highest number of births.
On October 8th.
Yeah. Come on. You don't remember that? Do you watch our show?
No. Of course I do.
It's been a question at least on 2 shows and maybe 3.
Okay.
That one's going on the anniversary show.
It better go
when we
on
go
the
over
anniversary.
questions.
God,
We're going to do a show just on questions we've already asked.
I try to remember them. Like I try to sear them into my brain because I know you're going to tell me, well, we had that on 3 shows, and you should know.
There's whole shows I don't remember. I go back and like I'll look at a show and I'll be like, we did that? I don't remember doing that.
It's all a blur because we have so much fun. It's all that laughter and dopamine that serotonin that you do, whatever it is that you do when you laugh. Anyway, it's lots of fun. So yeah, well, I just read on the news that Finn's by on our.
By the way, everybody knows I have my red shirt on again.
I do notice that. On our website that JCPenney now has a line of clothing for adaptive clothing. So I think that more and more companies are figuring out that the people with disabilities do have buying power and they should be taken seriously. And so anyway, I think now Target and Kohl's and JCPenney's, and I'm sure there are many others, but those are some of the big companies that have started adaptive clothing lines. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. What else? I told you something. What else was Nate Copeland? Nate Copeland's daughter got married last weekend, so congratulations there.
Well, not to mention Catherine.
Yeah. So congratulations. Oh yeah, Catherine Curran.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Catherine and Brandon had their wedding celebration that got postponed due to COVID. So that was last weekend. It was lovely.
So I saw there was some discussion about black flies being pretty nasty too.
They are. I've been in Canada, and those black flies are something.
And I was on vacation last week, and I was at a water park, and I was standing watching my kids go down this water park ride a couple times. Mm-hmm. So I had to stand there for a while, and there was this one fly that just kept biting me.
Was it a little black fly?
Yeah.
See, never think you're too small, because if you do, sleep with a mosquito or a little black fly.
So I'm maybe the Dalai Lama didn't know everything. He didn't live in Canada enough.
That's it.
The news that's down below here, you can find that on our website. If you go to uniquelythesame.org/news, you can actually click on these articles and read them. We just have the references, the headlines and the references, but the real stories are there on our website. You can go find them there.
So Kurt just typed. I can get it up. If I put it up, will it?
Try it out.
Okay. Well, he's been participating in a research study with Pitt and the VA to try to recover use of his paralyzed left arm using EMP jolts to the brain and repetition tasks. So that's pretty cool to be involved in a research study like that. And I sure hope that you're getting positive results, and that's exciting.
Yeah, that's cool.
The third week of August is National Friendship Week, which I think is kind of fun because you're all our friends, and we hope yours. National Friendship Week.
Hey, something I want to mention is we've said a few times, we've teased it. We haven't really talked in detail about it, I don't think, about the work out in Lancaster where we're
we've only spoken of it a little bit.
And we keep promising that we'll talk about it at more length, which we will. But the RFP came out for the building that we're going to pursue. We're planning to pursue a firehouse and maybe put an ice cream shop and some housing in. That's really the plan. Mm-hmm. And so that's our that's what we're proposing, and that request for proposal has come out. So we'll be working on that. We're going over there next week to work with the board of directors over there. They are a part of Uniquely the Same. They have to have a vote to make that official, but I think it's basically done.
Safe bet. Yeah.
And so Uniquely the Same is putting up a little housing and in conjunction with this. We call this project Hope Serve, after the ice cream shop.
Yeah.
So, and we're hopeful that Hope Serve will be a model for multiple places. We've been looking to do it in Monroeville. It just so happens that we have a little bit more ground steam. What's the word for that? Momentum.
Momentum. an opportunity because this building just became available, and it looks like it has huge potential. So hopefully we'll make it work.
The town is Mannheim in the Lancaster area, near Hershey and Harrisburg and Mechanicsburg, out in that area. So
Chris says if it's ice cream, he's in.
Yeah, come on over. We're gonna try to model it some after the Spectre Dolce model, and so we've got a lot of work to do, but that's exciting. Please pray for us, and look forward to hearing more. Also, the Olympics next on the 25th, next week.
Opening ceremonies on the 24th,
Yeah.
and it starts on the
And
25th.
our friend Joe Delagrave kicking off right away. They're the wheelchair rugby starts right away, so we want to follow him. And I see he's posted some things here and there over the last.
Yeah, well, they're on their way now. They've started traveling to Tokyo, so it's happening.
I don't know, where are they going to be closed down? Are they going to have any visitors?
I don't think they've decided that yet.
Pretty soon that news will come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's it.
Okay, that went fast.
Yeah, great show. Thanks for the fun.
Thanks for the research you did.
Really good to have you all here.
And we did not get totally stumped. We are.
No, do you think you got more than half?
I think so.
Well,
Yeah,
you're much smarter than average.
Than the average bears.
Nice to see you all. I think that's it.
Okay.
I'm uniquely the same. You're uniquely the same. Together, we could change the world. Let's do it. What do you think?
Why not?
See you next week.